Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leo! Hey, wahoo! Sponge! Yep. Sponge! No! 59 Mike, check. Go!
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Look, squeeze. Safety's creeping. Shoot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
I'm coming after you. Ready.
From the gun, May. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Okay, ready? 52, Mike 52. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Slam. Wide, get wide. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Dudes. Protein spill. Hey, Foxtrot. Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
This is Hines. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early, because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try the left side. It's Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
19. Come on. Switch.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the run.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Taco Charlton gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. The strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Set,
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s.
Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 1st down, Greedy, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go on. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
2nd and 9 now. Rolling to his left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Reedy. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Set. 18 Gator.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set.
Look at me. Go. Watch the whip. Hey, Charlie. 5.
They'll run here with Connor. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I'm going to hit you all day.
At the Falcons' 8-yard line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hey, shoot.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
go, here we go. 60 outlaw. Go.
Check 59, Mike is 50.
Rock it. Okay, go.
And this is caught.
He's crossing.
For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Ready? 8, read.
We don't want this.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. May. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Watch the run.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's our time.
No, check that.
Throwing is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Well.
Hey, Mike 52. Here we go. 52 is the mic right here.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here's Wilson to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Okay, Barry, I see you.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
36 power.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41.
Watch the screen. No. Off. Hey. Check right. Watch it. Topper.
Man, I got you. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Bring it.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the Bears' 35-yard line.
Flying 90.
Watch the ball.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Move. Four down.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum, able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Four down. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go. Check. 12.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Bears take over.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, D. It's going to be a
Looking to throw on 2nd down. May. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 9-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
14, 14, got it. Mike 55.
Now Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Bravo!
To throw from his end zone. May. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 30 base. 59. Mike to 59. I'm not ready. Get it.
They run the counter. Reedy. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. On first down, it's Hines. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Line 90,
52. I'm coming.
Hey, 0.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Hey, watch the slap.
On first down, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A final shot before break. May. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another first and 10.
Bang out.
From the shotgun, Wilson lets it fly for Thielen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Let him know.
On second down, it's Logan. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Kill. No. Check that. Check that. Two right here. That's right,
baby. Touchdown, Chicago. Gary Jennings, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
315. Run it.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Touch 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike, waiting.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Wilson going to throw again. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Wilson now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Where's 52? Watch 52. Blitz.
Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Falcons' 48-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
Go.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Bang, 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 bang.
Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. May. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Run it to 6. Run it. Rush in.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check safety, check safety.
Preload.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
Alert.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Mike 55. All right, G-Lo.
To throw again is Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Wilson. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
On the ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 34-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready,
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Bricks don't travel. Hey. Hey, echo.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Ready?
Second and 1. That is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's third and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's third and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
70.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Hey, exit.
On first and 10 is Connor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Bears on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and 15.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Go. Mike, check, 59.
Get it.
From the gun, May looking deep for Jennings. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Duke Dawson picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. I got it.
From the 41, Wilson His throw is going to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. But now it's third down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Caught by the tight end. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, with no air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Watch 55.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Joker.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Watch play.
52's the mic.
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. May. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Ready, ready. 8, read. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Watch twist. Watch twist. Recon, 132 fighter. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. I'm coming. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. I'm coming. Hey, watch this, watch it. 80 weapons. Let's go.
On 1st and 10. May. Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the 6-6. Pull it high. You better bring it. Slam, slam, slam. Kill, 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 kill. Leo. Hustle. Go.
2nd and long. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Switch. Kill, kill, kill. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Single. I got a single in the slot. I got 19.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah. You don't want none.
95, 95.
Throwing now is Wilson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Wilson to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Green 80. Check.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Mike, 55.
Short. Mike. You go night. Some go night. Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go, G.
Here's Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
Hey, you're on the
Now Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No